welcome to Morgaine Music. I'm Brian. This is the home shop. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do some fret end filing. Now, I usually use this guitar in an E-flat tuning, and that's kind of the stuff I've been playing lately. And if you notice, I got two band-aids right here. It's because as I slide up and down the neck, I'm getting caught by these frets. I don't generally play in an E-flat tuning, but there's a couple things I want to do right now, so this one is a little bit more in demand, and it's something that I've never run across on this, especially with the amount that I've been playing. These fingers, these knuckles were getting really torn up, and it took me a few days to figure out what it was. It's this guitar. Now, one of my biggest pet peeves is when a guitar has sharp fret ends, especially as I'm, say, selling it to a first-time player. Because if this happens to me, who's been playing for 30 years, has some calluses built up and some technique where I can avoid it, what's a new player going to do? And yet at the beginning, a lot of the lower introductory level guitars, that's one of the things I kind of skimp on, is filing off those fret ends. So that's one of the things I'm really big on here and at the shop is, if I get something in that's kind of on the beginner end, I'm going to make sure that in the store we file off those fret ends, just to make sure. I'm also going to do my best to carry the stuff that they actually pay attention to those details, because I don't want to discourage a beginning player. Now, there's two kinds of frets, two kinds of files that you will typically use for this. One is kind of a block with a file set in at like a 45-degree angle. I don't actually own one of those. The other one is a kind of a standard small hand file, but the two sides are very flat. They don't have any filing grooves on it. That's to protect your fretboard. I don't have one of those either. We don't carry one in the shop yet. I'm still trying to find one. But I do have this set. It's kind of a general purpose file set. And as I'm looking, there is one here that has a flat side. That's the important part. And then it has one smooth side. That side, that's this one, that side is going to go down to the fretboard so that as I go over it, I'm not filing the frets now, or filing the wood. Now remember, the thing to remember on this is that this is my guitar. And if I make some nicks and dings and things in it, that's character. But if it's a customer guitar, that's a bad thing. So we'll treat it like it's a customer's guitar. I tend to take really good care of my instruments anyways. I'm going to tape off the side here. This is just kind of your standard blue painter's tape. Handy just about everywhere. There's only so much that you can get to without actually blocking the thing that you're trying to file, but I do want to protect the edges. I do want to protect the binding on the neck. So we're going to line up just below the frets here. Just below the frets here. And pull down the middle of the neck to line up there as well. Taping like this is totally precautionary, but all the important stuff that we need to do. I'm going to try and reuse these strings. I don't want to take them all the way off. They're pretty new, so we're going to loosen them up a little bit. Just kind of get them away from where I'm going to be working. should be good enough for us here. So as we get going, make sure that smooth side is down. This looks like a good place to start visually here. So there's a few ways that we can do this. We can do something that is kind of straight down like this. That will help it get it even to where the binding is. You'll notice that I am getting a little bit of the tape. That's okay. That's what it's there for. It really does not take much to get the excess material off. So flat side down. This is one we're working on. Now what we're going to want to do is create a little bit of a round, because the points that stick out can still be sharp. You can still kind of catch yourself. So we're going to try and file just a little bit of a round. Just those few passes is all it takes to be really good. Now, I'm a thumb over player, so I'm going to have to do all 24 frets on both sides. That's 48 frets. I'm really not going to take the time to show you that. Just a little too time consuming. With this file, even though it's got the flat edge, I am noticing that I did catch the binding just a little bit as I was rounding. So the angle on this file is going to be a critical measurement. If I go too far in this direction, show you if I go too far, essentially too close to horizontal, I'm going to start catching the binding with the filed edge as opposed to just the smooth edge. So that's something that you're going to have to watch out for if you're using a non-standard tool, non-luthier tool. This one is still going to work. I just have to be a little bit careful with that. Now, I'm not going to do all 48 ends of the frets on this guitar and show you each one. Just wanted to give you a quick little idea of what you can do. We'll dig in a little bit deeper later on as we go. We'll do better videos for you. But for right now, I'm Brian. This is More Gain Music. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for checking out the channel. We got a bunch of playlists up of things that we've been looking at, both live videos and instructional things, and studio recording tips and playing techniques. Go check out the channel. Find us on Instagram. Website is moregainmusic.com. There's plenty of good stuff to buy there. We'll see you soon.